What's on the green screen? And then I said,
you said,
can we put Spider-Man thrusting?
And I don't want it.
And you don't
on
want
there.
that.
And there was tension, palpable tension.
And you suggested something similar.
No, not Spider-Man.
No, but someone dancing.
We get a non-disclosure.
Dancing and thrusting, similar. So then I said, why don't we add the two together? And then you said someone walking through the city.
So now we start from fresh.
Prince. Dude, have you noticed there's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing?
What?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to start fresh, because, like, look, I'm cutting it live, and I'm actually, are you all cool with me keeping this open? How's this look on the thing?
I don't know.
You can't even see it. Are you okay with this, Ferris? Does this bug you?
No, it's like I have a friend in front of me.
Yeah, this is why we can't have a fourth.
It's you guys and
Ferris thinks someone's there.
It's a hologram.
And we can't afford 4 mics.
Is this eagle purposefully missing a wing, or is it broken? You don't know?
I don't know.
Because I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, oh, it's broken. But then the longer I looked at it, the less broken.
You know what they say? Every time a 15-year-old gets gifted a shotgun, an eagle gets its wings. So
What's wrong with you?
That's America.
All right,
Yeah.
before we actually get started, I'm 4, y'all are 2. Okay.
How old am I?
You're not 4.
I'm 4 years old.
No. I'm 2 and you're 4 years old.
Okay, as long as I'm older than you.
All right, let's kick this bad boy off. Remember, guys, don't touch the mics. They're they're sensitive. That's how I'm going to say. All right, you ready?
Kick it off, baby.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the Out of Order Podcast Show. Oops. I'm your host, Trent Conquest, and welcome to our very first episode. And I'm going to be introducing my co-host today. That's free speak.
Oh. Okay. My name's Ryan. I'm the co-host.
Dude, you're blowing it.
What do I do? Okay, well, I'm a person. Look at me, I'm alive.
Well, you're white, so clearly that gives you a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Why'd you hire him? That's okay.
I was the diversity hire.
Okay, buddy.
I like calcium. Not like in milk. That's what I work. That's what I do for my job.
Okay. Mommy milkers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I live with Trent. I've lived with Trent for years. I've known him since kindergarten. We grew up as wee tots together, and I don't know Ferris.
Oh, is that my name?
Mm-hmm.
So it's my turn.
I think this is like your transition.
All right. Let me get into character. Hey, my name's Ferris. I like long walks on the beach, candlelit dinners.
That's deep, man.
I just met these guys the other day. He picked me up on the street. I'm the Arab of the group, if that is worth anything. So I have a lot of perspective, and by a lot, little to none. Mm. And I hate calcium, so that's a little bit about me.
Oh yeah, this is a Valentine's Day podcast, so I like short walks in the canyon.
The opposite of a beach.
We're not building your profile right now. But it is Valentine's Day. We got a little thing going here. We got some red and some pink. You know, we don't have a lot of money on this set.
Put something on the green screen.
We don't even have a guy to cut this. I'm cutting this whole thing myself. I have to press all the buttons, and I'm doing everything.
Rumor has it we're just you.
Maybe there was a podcast shot before this one, but it didn't work because of the audio.
We are Trent's collective mind.
Yeah.
There's honestly...
We're Trent just with a bunch of makeup and CGI.
It's so big. It's on this side, and I get a whole camera, and you only got 2 cameras. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. I want to get into today's podcast because it's a special one. For those of you... I know what I just said. For those of you... I just did it again.
For those of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's the best temp we've ever had. Temp. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Trent Conquest. Thank you for tuning in to my channel and this podcast. This podcast is a comedy entertainment podcast. We like to have a good time, laughs, drinks, all fun.
Bad times, no drinks, and horrible discussion as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the side.
On the side.
You got to have the yin for the yang.
Yeah, it's got to go both ways. So, but thank you all for tuning in to our very first episode. We've done some podcasts in the past under a different name. We decided we wanted to take a different route. We wanted different things, but still want to talk about similar stuff. So we decided to reboot it, and that's why if you see any other podcasts on my channel, they're like a year old, and there's nothing in between.
And they suck.
And this, yeah, well, they don't suck that bad.
Just watch
no
the
one,
racist one.
Yeah.
He might be making a comeback here pretty soon.
No, I think the podcasts are bad mostly because you're in them. So I'm sure that somebody will go in and do a recut of this podcast, but it's just me and Ferris talking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I hope.
We might have a stunt double for you,
Yeah.
but
Like a filler.
A
can't make any
dramatization.
promises.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. The History Channel does a good job with those.
True.
Or what's the documentary thing?
Whose line is it anyway?
Is that a?
It's not a
That's a
documentary.
great
Oh,
documentary.
silly. But let's get into the topic of the day, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ferris, are you ready?
Because you told me what we're talking about before, and I have the script in front of me. Yes.
This is not scripted. Okay, we're gonna get into this. So guys, like I said, it's a beautiful day. There may have been a Valentine's episode recorded before this one. We're not going to discuss that, but it was a great one. And sad to say, we were going to drop that with this episode. So we're pushing our topics back originally because I think you guys are also great candidates to have this discussion with, because you guys are romantic.
You really think so?
I think y'all are pretty sweet. I think y'all got big hearts.
You're throwing us under the bus.
No, I mean,
There's only 2 people who say that you have big hearts, and one of them is a surgeon.
The other's my mother.
Oh, jeez. Well, the question I wanted to ask you guys today was in regards to Valentine's Day. It's one of those holidays that's kind of put up on a pedestal for no reason. The origins of Valentine's Day, this is kind of off the cuff because I don't remember, but I think it was like a murder or something, or it was an execution.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know the details, but it basically went from one thing and just completely swapped to a totally different rhetoric where you have to buy candy and flowers. And when we did this other version, we had guests on, and they were wonderful ladies, and we're going to have them on for another episode to make up for the crappy one that was poorly recorded by whoever the audio tech is. I don't know who that guy is.
It's you, Trent.
I don't know who that. I don't know who's running everything here, but they're going to get fired. Okay?
It ain't the temp.
It ain't the temp. For once, it's not the temp.
And it's not me.
Yeah, for once, it's not Ryan either. So, ultimately, guys, the question I want to ask you guys about Valentine's Day is, what is your ideal first date? Or, we can even make it a little bit more special. What is your idea of a good Valentine's date?
Okay, so my ideal date has been probably plucked from the palms early in the morning, wrapped in bacon, and then cooked for a slightly longer amount of time.
He's talking
There's
about
a couple different.
date.
Yeah. Oh, so he's talking about the fruit.
Yeah, like
It's a
I
fruit?
heard plum.
I think a
Did you
date's
say
a,
plum?
a date's a
Plucked
fruit. Cause
Yeah,
that's
plucked
from a palm.
like a tree,
Yeah.
a palm
How much do
tree.
you know about dates?
I went to a date, I went to a date, I don't know what you call it, like not an orchard.
What? An orgy?
No.
Date orgy.
I went to
An apple orgy.
I went to a date
call it
where
an
they
orchard.
grow. I
Yeah.
don't know what you call that.
Garden.
No, they're
Kindergarten?
big trees. They're really tall trees where they
What are
grow.
you saying?
You're Arabic. You should know about this.
Sorry. So is your perfect date to go to a date garden?
No, I like it prepared. I like it wrapped in bacon. Like
You've actually had a date wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
No, I mean it's
Well,
good.
maybe because it's sweet and salty, but no.
I don't think you can name one thing that sounds bad with bacon.
Have you ever had a date?
Yeah.
Nice. Good pun. Good pun. Cheers to that, boys.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Dink.
But yeah, no, their dates are actually really good. They're fleshy.
Okay. We get it.
You have to skin them and get the pit out. That's their heart. Speaking of big hearts, Ferris, what's your ideal date?
Not with
And
bacon.
don't answer with a fruit pun. Actually answer the question.
It's a complex answer because it depends if it's a first date or if it's like a girl you've been seeing or if it's someone you're married to, because each of those require their own different type of.
Well, let's not speak out of our realm of experience here. Let's stay
Okay.
kind of familiar. So let's say it's a first date.
A first
How's
date.
that sound?
That's a great. Okay,
And
go
I'll
with that.
answer. I can answer the relationship one.
And then
'cause,
Ryan,
like,
you can do the married.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ryan's not married.
I'm married to the game.
As you can tell with his date pun that he's the least married in the group.
I don't know. I feel like they make him the most married. That's not like a dad joke.
Good point.
Yeah.
A first date for Valentine's, I can give you like my dream first date, and then like a standard, like what I would say a healthy Valentine's first date would be. I'll do that one first. Healthy first date has to be a 2-part date where you do one thing for 1 to 2 hours, and then have something else to do.
A year later.
No, immediately
Oh,
after.
that's how the movies are.
Yeah, cut to 3 years in the future with the kids and the no.
Marley and Me, dude, that's a good movie.
So let me think. I had taken my sister on a Valentine's date 2 years ago, and it was like what I would consider a really nice date. Maybe not first date material, but I'll give it to you. We went to a concert in Montgomery, but before the concert, we had dinner. Both were reserved. We had no like stress about parking or having a seat at the restaurant or getting tickets. Everything was already purchased in advance. So you go, eat dinner, have great conversation, and then maybe 15 to 30 minutes of buffer in between to walk around and then go to the concert and then call it a night after that. That's like a standard, healthy textbook date, in my opinion, for Valentine's. And that's the one you should spend money on.
Yeah. All
That's my opinion.
That sounds nice. I liked the Valentines I did last year. I have actually a story that ties with that, and you remember this because it involved those flowers. So I told this story a couple days ago, but I'm going to retell it for the audience that is going to hear this podcast. Me and my girlfriend, who was the guest in the last one, we discussed how like girls like flowers, and our first Valentine's Day together, I got her flowers. I ordered them on 1-800-Flowers. This is not a plug. This is about to get negative. Yeah,
Interesting.
really saucy there. And so I ordered these flowers like about a week ahead of time. That seems kind of reasonable, It's not like Christmas. It's like solid flowers. Anyway, I ordered them a week ahead of time because I was asking what colors she likes, kind of like a low key, but I didn't really say that. Like, what color you want your flowers to be? I didn't so I kind of got some hints and like, okay, she likes these, and I found the closest thing I could find. Flowers are not cheap, especially when you are not employed. They're even more expensive when you are not employed. So I ordered these flowers, and here I am on Valentine's Day, like 2 hours for dinner, and these flowers are not here.
Oh, no.
And I called them like, hey, it's like 3 p.m. Where are these flowers? I called them at 4. I'm like, hey, it's 4 p.m. Where are these flowers? And I called them again at 5:30, about an hour and a half before the day. I'm like, where are these flowers? Like, oh, they said they tried to enter 30 minutes ago.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, no, they didn't. I didn't get a phone call because we had like a gated apartment at the time. And I was like, well, they're not going to get here. And they're like, we're going to give you a coupon for Mother's Day. It's like, no, it was like, they'll get to you tomorrow. And I'm like, that's completely useless. Because then it just looks like I forgot to get her flowers and I'm trying to make up for it. Immediately they put me in the defense mode. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So I get off my ass and I go to Kroger. This is not a Kroger. Well, this could be a little bit of a Kroger plug because Kroger did a good job. I got there, all the flowers like gone.
Of course.
Obviously, it's the day of, like an hour before dinner reservations, and I was looking around, and in the back corner of like the flower area, behind some really ugly looking ones, there was some really pretty white roses, and some other stuff in there, and I was like, oh my god, that's it, perfect. And they weren't super expensive. I'd maybe spent $40-$50 on flowers and candy at Kroger, which brought my total like of Valentine's Day flower costs like $140, and I'm a grad student, so that's a lot of money, but I wanted to spend it. And of course, I also had money saved up for the dinner. So I got these flowers. I set up a nice little thing on the island. I lit some candles. And then when we got back from dinner, I took her somewhere nice. We got a reservation. The idea of a good Valentine's Day, just like normal. We went on a walk. We got back, and she loved the flowers. And then the next day, the flowers I ordered came in, and they were like they look kind of dead. I was pissed off.
Oh, no.
I ended up using the coupon they gave me to get flowers on Mother's Day, I believe. But I was just so triggered by the whole thing. But that was my Valentine's Day. That was my first. That was my first Valentine's with my current girlfriend, who I love very much, and it was a great time.
So just to clarify, we were talking about ideal dates. So your ideal date is...
And that's my ideal date.
Yeah, your ideal date is getting flowers the day after.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We actually
That's really romantic.
Yeah.
My ideal date
not the day
is
after,
having...
the day of. But actually, this year we did it different because she was visiting from out of state, so we're doing a long distance, so we're making it work. And it doesn't really make sense to get flowers, you know.
So I don't want to digress into the topics of
I
flowers.
don't trust 1-800-Flowers.
Why did you not just go to a flower store, like a dedicated store for flowers?
That's where I ordered them from. That's how 1-800
Yeah,
is
but
like
in
Uber
person.
Eats, but for flowers.
I think all men need to hear
Dude,
this.
it is though.
I want to be put on the priority Uber Eats list for 1-800-Flowers.
No.
Okay, no, because if you go and order, they go to a local. What do they call those? Flowery.
Sure.
No, that's not the name.
No,
Flower
there's a
shop.
flower
I mean, that's what you
shop.
call it.
No, there's another name.
A boutique.
Yeah, sure, a boutique flower
So
store. Or
why don't
we're
you
messing
cut
this
the
up
middleman out?
florist?
Just go straight to the
Go to the
florist.
boutique. Go to
It's
the
a
florist.
Yes.
They treat you like a king. If you're a guy and you walk in there, they love you. And,
Yeah, because they know you're gonna burn a ton of cash on these flowers.
and they'll tell you exactly what you need to get too. Girls care more about the type of flower than the color. That's another thing you need to find out.
Just like your Enneagram.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not really a rose kind of guy. I don't know flower types. To be
Oh, yeah,
honest.
that's also-
Yeah,
I
tulip.
was
I'm a
like-
tulip.
It was like guys only get flowers on at their funeral. And
Yeah.
I was like, man,
So
I would like flowers.
Ryan, I'd buy you flowers, but people think we're dating. So
Yeah, that's
Bro, I just want a PS5 at my funeral.
The only way you're gonna get one.
But no, I mean, I drive by the florist who made the bouquet that I ordered on 1-800-Flowers. So that's how I know it's a local
you
one.
should have bought those edible arrangements.
Oh gosh, this sounds so good. They always look good. They're so.
They look
expensive.
great, but look expensive.
We're not plugging them.
So wait, is that your answer to?
Yeah,
your
the
date, or-
question was the ideal date.
Well, I was
and it
telling
seems
you.
like your ideal date
I was telling
was
you. No, my ideal Valentine's date, which I explained, was I want to get flowers, chocolate,
Okay.
the standard stuff, which is like, oh, it's. But like you want to put thought into it. It's like you want to get the right color, you want to get the right types of flowers, you want to get the right candy. Because like I don't want to get mint Kit Kats, and she's like, I'm a Snickers girl. It's like, have you
It's
seen?
the same thing with the type of flower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like
wait.
you don't want to get the wrong
Here's
candy.
an-
What if they're allergic to peanuts, bro? That's gonna ruin your whole night.
Here's an interesting thing then that we just learned from this conversation. Your love language seems to be gift giving, and yours seems to be
I would say
time
more like
experience.
quality time.
Quality time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That's
And
what
that-
you like to give.
And that's a great point, Ryan, because at the end of the day, the date is for the other, and you need to know your audience before entering this date.
And it's also interesting for you, especially because your love language is quality time, but I'm surprised it's not Arabic because you know Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My love language is in Arabic, even though it's the most romantic language in the world. That's a lie. It's,
Farrah, say something for us in Arabic.
Shibitakiani, Haki fil Arabi.
Well, I can make things up too. I can make things up too.
I don't know what that means.
Just bleep it out.
I might. Oh, that's bad. What does
I
that
really
mean?
hope you said like, these guys are absolute fools. Do not watch this.
It's like, I thought you were just saying Arabic.
Help me.
SOS.
Look at the man, help us, save us.
Help brothers from afar. I need assistance.
Coord-
Target location, coordinates,
coordinates.
latitude 31762, longitude 1642, 812.
Friendly fire welcome.
It's like that guy that was in Vietnam and he blinks in Morse code saying SOS.
That's so
what Chris
cool.
just did.
I
Yeah.
want to learn Morse
I
code.
did that, but with my mouth and words.
It's like the
Love Star Wars.
Yeah, but anyway, that's mine. I'm a classy. I like the the gushy whatever stuff. Like the normal like stuff
Cute.
with flowers. Yeah. So Ryan, what about you? What's your marriage date?
my perfect marriage date. Okay, this one's for my third marriage.
Find a babysitter. For your
Starts
third
off
marriage?
a week.
Gotta find a responsible babysitter.
Starts off a week before. She
Harris, can
is
you open this?
Oh, yeah, I got
Don't
it.
show the label.
excited and she says, "What's going on next week?" And I say, "I don't know, probably the same thing. Dinner in front of the TV." And she says, "Do you know what next week is?" And then I realize it's Valentine's Day.
And then you realize it's our anniversary, and he gets it wrong.
Yeah. Things go downhill from there, and it reminds me of my first marriage.
Thanks, buddy.
Cheers.
And then when it reminds me of my first marriage, I get upset with her and I say, "You don't need to be gaslighting me." She's like, "No, next week really is Valentine's Day." And I'm like, "I don't need any more of this, Madeline." And then
That's
all
a
of
very
a sudden,
specific name. Is that her name?
Oddly
in this
specific.
journey?
anyway, I guess all in all, it starts off with me waking up and it ends up probably in the back of some ditch with some.
You on the
shovels.
couch.
What?
It would make sense to you end up on the couch.
Potentially.
Ryan, that's it. This bed is mine. That's my Valentine's gift. A good night's rest.
I don't need this.
That's actually a great date idea for a guy
Right.
to take the kids and let the girl do whatever she wants that night.
Well, she wants to be with you.
I was supposed to be with another guy.
Yeah, true.
Like, well, I guess I'm gonna go see Philip.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you hear that,
Philip?
Philip? Philip, you're being called to the front desk.
I just thought of the best guy I could think of.
Philip.
You know who you are. Phillips of the world.
That's cute.
Ugh. All right. Well, let's keep this love train moving. Is that it?
Choo choo, all aboard.
All aboard the choo-choo
I got my
train.
choo choo hat.
Hey, and it has a big old heart on it for
'Cause it's the
love.
love
It's
train.
the love train. And
Love train.
Love
Let's get those coals burning because we're chugging along.
Next caller.
we should do that.
We should have done a love line. Oh, we got. I think we could do it.
So many people to call.
Probably mess it up. I'm sure we could try. So my next question for you guys involving this holiday, and it kind of involves like a cultural identification in pop culture, really. I'm something a little sophisticated for entertainment because I want to seem cool. It's very simple.
You're a cool guy.
So
Trent.
boomers meet in bars, Gen Z meets in internet spaces. You know, like you see what I'm saying, like Hinge, Bumble, Tinders.
Yep.
Right.
And the greatest generation meets in the graveyard.
Oh,
Okay,
the greatest generation.
Okay, sorry about that.
Pre-arranged marriage.
Yeah, well, greatest generation, that's after World War One, right? So,
I thought that was World War II.
no.
What's World
World
War
War II is baby boomers.
No, baby boomers are the people born
born
after
during
Yeah.
world, right after.
yeah. But like, what were the people that were born?
In between the wars.
Who were the people that were
Greatest
alive? Like, what was
It's
the
the greatest generation.
The greatest generation. Okay,
Yeah.
so they the people that fought.
So they would meet in a cemetery.
Imagine being so egotistical about your generation and naming you guys.
I think the greatest generation is because it's post World War One and they fought in World War Two.
Bro, those people were so cool.
We're about to be World
Well,
War III.
minus a couple. Of...
All right, so sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
segued your discussion. So
I'm sorry, but I mean, they were just people back then were just way more badass.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously problems were a little bit more, you know.
Are they as
World
badass as
War.
me? I just bent this bottle cap in half. Yeah,
that's pretty.
That's right.
You're pretty tough.
I'm pretty tough.
That's pretty
awesome.
tough, man.
Should get a volunteer award.
But really-
I think Ferris is the greatest. Of
I think I
our
need a
generation.
band-aid. I need a band-aid, dude.
Are you really?
That hurted.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Remember what he said? All the doors are locked until the.
Yeah, I kind of got padlocks.
All right, what's the question?
Go on.
Sorry, y'all interrupted my question. My question is, do you think people should meet in a certain type of way, or do you feel like maybe the apps don't really work? I can speak on the behalf that I thought I would never speak on, because I'm currently dating my girlfriend, who I've dated for over a year, and I'm losing count, 8 months.
You should probably know that it's Valentine's Day.
Shut up, Ryan. Well, I know how long I've lived with you.
That's worse. I know exactly how many months I've lived with you, but I don't know how long I've been dating my girlfriend.
Because I'm counting to the days now, so I can leave.
I'll tell you, on the dating apps, there is an option that's like meet virtually. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gross.
well, I mean, like,
Just
I
a
get.
FaceTime, right?
No, I understand it if the person says, like, some people are like, I'm immunocompromised, so like we need to be on the same page about certain things. That makes sense.
Oh, you're not. I don't know if I can finish this shit.
Okay, so that makes sense. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to have like a Zoom meeting.
No, I wouldn't be about that.
Hey guys, thanks for showing up to the meeting today.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Hey,
Hey,
are my
sorry.
slides showing?
Bethany, you're muted.
I'm not muted. I just never said anything.
Christine joins the call. Who's this bitch? Oh, now your mic works.
Hey, your video's not showing. Oh, sorry. Bad internet.
Sorry. I can't pay attention. Chad and Tiffany are virtually making out in the background.
No, but yeah.
A double Zoom date.
So is your question, where is like the commonplace that our generation
Or just
needs?
like our general opinions.
Or then
on-
we're also talking about pre or
I mean-
during COVID.
So, I mean, like, in your opinions, do you see, I mean, let's just say post-COVID, because that's the time we live in, we're most experienced with that. In y'all's opinions, do you feel that like the next generation going forward, like our parents probably met in a bar. That's like the stereotypical idea.
The next generation meets in a TikTok DM and they go on Discord and they join the Discord server and they start chatting each other up.
But
They move it to the Zoom.
Hold on, but they had to get the $4.99 tier upgrade so they can move into the special chat.
They're gamers. They hang out in Roblox. They're playing Roblox together. They know what their avatars look like. Then they meet in the
They're
metaverse.
happy homeowners in Roblox. What more can you ask?
And then they get on Minecraft and they take it to the next level. They put their beds next to each other. You know what that means. They're dating. That's what
That's a
the
lot.
next generation
That-
looks like. That's the next
This is
generation of
America.
dating.
That's terrifying.
And then they hold hands the next time they see each other in real life, which is the first time they've seen each other in real life. And they look completely different than their Roblox avatars. It's not happened to me. I don't know this from firsthand.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think the classic approach of like meeting somebody like out in public, just in general, is going away. I don't think they'll ever
No.
go away.
It's
I
just what we're talking about is the majority of.
It's moving. Like
Yeah.
there's a shift because I think because of that style, it's
Mhm.
caused a lot of people like the people that have felt the burn of like rejection or like just like maybe you're like an e-boy, but you live in Montgomery, Alabama. You know what I mean? Like you guys know what I'm saying?
You know that for all you e-boys watching,
Especially the ones in Montgomery, Alabama.
there's an e-girl waiting for you right now. Join our Discord server. We will match you.
Make sure you subscribe to the Discord, and you can enter for a free giveaway for a chance to get fingernail clippings on that come
Yikes.
from e-girls from ages 20 to 22.
Yeah.
They're
no.
used. Okay.
No, they're fresh cut.
Okay.
no other previous owners.
Oh,
jeez.
I'll say this, my personal experience and opinion on the topic, because I currently have Hinge. I never would have thought that I'd have a dating app because I didn't really like the stigma behind it.
I didn't either. I
Yeah.
hated it. I thought it was just like, oh, everyone that uses a dating app.
Well,
There's two things you're using it for.
Just
You're using it to
hooking
get laid,
Yeah.
or you're using it because you're really sad and lonely.
Well, but that I think that stems from when the first one came out, which is Tinder. I don't know if that really was the first one that came out, but that was the one that was
it was
like
very successful. For
Definitely.
sure. Yeah.
the one was on like eHarmony. But
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, was that
Mad-
successful though?
well, yes, I
Yeah,
mean
it
it
was
is, but
enough.
it seemed like it was geared
Boomers.
towards more older people, and so
Forgive me, everyone. I have to adjust this microphone. It's bugging me a little bit.
so the I think Tinder has had a very big like hookup.
Youth.
Yeah,
hookup.
like this is like a hookup app,
Mhm.
and I feel like even now there's still stigmas toward each.
There definitely
dating app.
is.
Yeah.
You ever pay? Well, I don't want to interrupt too hardcore here, but you ever pay for the plus?
No.
You'll never pay for the plus.
No, I think that's one of the only advantages of the apps today is they're free, and you can survive with the default free app.
No, but like it's kind of like LinkedIn. You get these 6 people have looked at your profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
You know what I
you
mean?
see, there's also a difference. Like
Like,
maybe
oh,
it's also
maybe my soulmate's in these 6 for $15.99 a month. I could meet my soulmate.
But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anybody who's not like a recruiter that has LinkedIn Plus.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've purchased LinkedIn Plus.
Oh, you do?
I bought it, but it's so expensive.
So wait,
I bought it because I had like 12 people searching, like, oh, I want to know what these are, and it was like telecom sales. And it's
just
like,
to make sure that
none of these
we're
things are my
Good job.
field.
that
Yeah,
we're on
you
the
got
same
played.
page, it seems like you're saying you use LinkedIn Plus as a dating app.
Not as a dating app.
Hey, just saw that you viewed my profile. I'd love to talk more to you.
Together,
Did I
our
say a joke
combined
to you?
salaries would be.
Did I say a joke to you last night? I was like, hey, I ran out of swipes on this thing, and I saw we go to the same
Hey,
school,
I ran out of swipes
so I
today.
thought I'd add you on LinkedIn and get to know you better.
Hey, I
Can I see your references?
Can I
I was
endorse
looking at
you
your
in
resume.
any way?
You lived in Norfolk. That's crazy.
That's crazy. My family's cousin is from Norfolk. It's just like very obscure.
I see that you know my third roommate's best friend from Oregon. That's awesome.
We have
Going
so
first.
much in common.
Yeah.
Can I endorse you in any way? I got a couple skills.
Yeah, I only get on LinkedIn for the hookups
Okay.
and the hookup.
The job hookups.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Good job, hookups. Yeah. But I was just curious about that too, because so you were saying with Hinge,
Mm-hmm.
so you're basically stating that like we kind of broke that down, the 2 different types of people.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so it is what you make it. And moving to Atlanta, it was like post-COVID, super dry. And going, like, I work in the city, and you'd think of all places, you'd see all the action going on. But even there, it was like
For a
a
while,
ghost
slow.
town. So you have to adapt in this world. And right now, that
Survival of the fittest.
I mean, it truly is like night and day. My chances of meeting a girl before downloading Hinge was like slim to none. So
I think there's also a social aspect to it because it's hard to meet people in a new city, regardless during COVID. And so even if you don't end up wanting to date these people, you might end up making a friend.
yeah, and that's a great point because a lot of people psych themselves out saying, "Oh gosh, this is like every girl I meet, it's either going to be like a heartbreak or not," you know? And it doesn't need to be that way. You can just have it casual from the start, and if you want, increase like ramp it up however you want.
So what is Hinge's like gimmick? Because I know like Tinder, it's like the either person can talk first. Bumble's the girl talks first.
Hinge's thing, so their motto is meant to be deleted, and their selling point is prompts, and it's not swipe left or right. Is you have to respond to a prompt to initiate a match. And
so what would give me an example?
So prompts would be like two truths and a lie, and you list out 3 things. Or
What's your 2 truths and a lie?
Let's hear it.
Do you have one? On your
Good.
account?
What's a 2 truths and a lie?
I would do something like, I have 4 sisters, I have a pilot's license, and I'm from Jordan. Something like that.
Well, I know what it is.
Yeah, you should know this.
Do you know what it is?
He doesn't have a pilot's
Yeah,
license.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's off the top of my head. That's from what?
I think because you're.
Come on. I'm all ears.
This feels like a trap. This feels like a trap.
Some jokes write themselves.
It's like, how'd you know I didn't have a pilot's license? Like, I mean, good guess.
They're hiring a lot of Arabs.
Yeah.
Oh, we make a lot of money.
What airline is that again? Just so we all know.
I'm kidding.
A month later, next episode 5 is like, dude, it's crazy. Like that airline I told you was hiring all those Arabs, they're going out of business. It's like, whoa,
Fly Emirates.
that's wild.
So yeah, that's Hinge's thing, prompts, and that's so. Yeah. What's another example, Ryan? Of other prompts.
I don't know. I can't think of it on my head.
So there's like.
Are they like Hinge's prompts? Like they have them like, here's the 7 prompts we have.
Oh, there's like.
You pick your prompt.
There's like 50. Yeah, and you
Okay.
can say, I know the best spot for, and then you fill in the blank like
Murdering.
coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
I know the best spots for bodies.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
do you? Where would you bury a body in Atlanta?
Excellent question. Cut the mic. I don't know if you can do that.
No, I have them all in one feed.
No. I've never murdered somebody in Atlanta.
They'll probably make an audio file cringe. I just said that.
You know, if it were up to me, I'd totally bury someone in between 75 and 85 on the median, specifically on mile marker 254. 254.
253.
Was it 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you're throwing them off?
No,
We'll
we
never
don't,
find them.
No, we bury them, not throw them.
No,
But
stupid.
yeah. So they have like prompts,
Yeah.
and then you respond to them, and then they have to like match with you back. I think Bumble's is the
You
girl.
swipe, and then the girl has to talk first.
Girl has to talk
That's
first.
Bumbles, yeah. Well, that's how I met my girlfriend. We met on Bumble.
What did y'all talk about when you first matched?
I don't know. I don't have Bumble downloaded, so I couldn't tell you. I think it was like I had to tell a joke. So I told.
To
Tell
earn
us
the
the joke.
conversation?
I don't know the joke.
You don't remember what joke you
It's
asked?
written down on the
You need
app.
to remember this.
But if I read down the app, I'm sure I'll get in trouble.
You would.
I mean, am I
Megan!
crazy?
I was just checking. I was just checking the joke.
Trenton, what are you doing with Bumble?
Just making
Dude,
sure.
okay, first of all, my account is pretty clean. Like I'm just teaching these guys. Like it worked on you. Like,
Bumble.
I think that's a testament.
Bumble friends. Is that a thing or is
Yes, Bumble.
Yeah,
Friends
Bumble
and-
has the friends thing.
And they
That's
also
cool.
have a business. They have
Wait,
Bumble
if
business.
I never
it's
thought
like a
about
LinkedIn.
this.
You can
What?
link.
I
You
knew
can link
that.
with people to like I guess get job connections.
that? Do you have to?
I gotta get on Bumble
I don't
Business,
get the.
bro.
Wait, if Bumble's thing is the girl responds first, how does it work for business and friends?
That I have no
I
idea.
think it's an excuse for you to keep Bumble on your thing, so that way, like when you get caught with it, it's like, no, it's for business.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really see a difference between that and like.
Yes, I need an apartment in the city, honey. It's for Bumble business.
I think that using LinkedIn, that's what LinkedIn's purpose, because then you can see like, oh, this person is doing this. I mean, I've reached out to randos on LinkedIn and
Yeah.
it's helped.
No, I mean, you gave me that tip, and that actually paid off pretty well for me. Like, when I do stuff with 3 Million Productions, and like I would have never started freelancing with them had I not really like, because like I went through, it was like on Indeed, and it was like a really bad application thing. It wasn't 3 Millie's fault. It was Indeed. Just they have a really bad setup for submitting applications. Everyone has a different process, and it's like I tried submitting one, but I literally didn't think it submitted, and I just did a little bit of internet digging and I sent an email. I thought that was the best way, to get across to them, and
Very
like,
proactive.
and that's what actually got me an interview was because, all my social tags are on my email, so they had access to see all my stuff. So it was kind of like, I mean, that's not the professional way to get a media job by any means, but
think it's
because
fair.
my name is, my work, it helps. What's the word I'm looking for? Reinforce it.
Yeah.
And that helped me with getting a job with them, and I love doing that. I mean, it's great, a lot of fun. I do this. I make podcasts.
You love it. You're in love,
Oh, sweetie.
and it's love day.
Oh, way to tie this back to the topic.
I think he's trying to bring it back.
I love you guys.
Hey.
Like that scene in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to do the Spider-Man meme?
Yeah, put it on the green
Well,
screen.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
What?
Spider-Man
Dude,
is Spider-Man.
Dude, it's been like 2 months. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, which has made as much money as Avengers Endgame, I'm sorry.
Is that true?
I think it is. We could throw it up on the green.
Yeah, dude, put those graphics up.
Yeah.
Told you. You're wrong.
All right, what's the number here? I don't know. When you pull out your phone and look it
100,000
up.
million.
Hold on, wait. Change the channel. All right.
Well, this is it.
Click.
So while this is going up, I'm sure this is gonna mess up the green. Me doing that, but
Let me
let's
make
pull
this
it
as
up.
hard as I can on you in the future.
Okay.
Click.
I'll
Click.
pull it up.
Click. That was me changing the channels.
Wait. What's the next discussion topic?
I went through my 2 big ones. Mine were the date. Obviously, I really want to talk about that with you guys. The one we had discussed is not really in y'all's field because y'all don't study disease, and we had epidemiologists on.
Oh, talking about like sexually transmitted diseases?
Yeah, I don't.
You know a lot about those, right?
No, I've never actually
he's
had
had
one.
a bunch of them.
I've never had one in my entire life.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
It's just crazy that you've had like, what was it, 30 of them?
Out of like 32.
They did a case study on him.
I'm looking
for
up how much.
STDs.
I'm looking up how much money the Spider-Man movies made. Because you're.
See, personally, I've only had about 7.
Really?
7
That's pretty.
sexually
Yeah.
transmitted
Is that your high
diseases.
score so far? Yeah.
So far, I'm aiming to go
Get that
for
number a
3
little higher.
more this year at
Mm.
least.
That's
But
good.
I just have to.
You know, I feel for that. Like, maybe about 10 years ago, that became like a thing. Like, gaining. That actually is like a bad thing. Like, some people actually do like.
You're kidding me.
No, it's
Really?
a real thing. Yeah.
So what is the record?
Oh, I don't know. what
How
the
many can
record
you
is.
live with? I bet you.
Live or live comfortably or
Yeah.
survive with?
Survive is the
Maybe
word.
that's the best option.
How many do you have?
Me?
Mm-mm.
Sorry,
Ryan.
I'm
2.5.
still looking at the phone thing.
And a half. What's
Yeah.
the half?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, well I know the audience already knows because I would have had it thrown up on the green already. But Spider-Man No Way Home did not beat Endgame.
I told you.
That's really sad.
I even called it earlier when I was like,
But
I
I mean,
told you.
it was.
not
I mean,
true.
it was still a lot of money. It was $1.5 billion worldwide.
Baby numbers.
Betty Jane.
We gotta get those
But
up.
Endgame made $2.7 billion.
And this podcast is making how many billions?
But Endgame made.
We're making, I think, a lower half.
I think that's a good. I think it's a good time for us to go to our sponsor. Let's put our sponsor on there.
We have a sponsor?
Yeah.
Sweet. Are you guys getting paid?
So, like I was saying earlier about Valentine's being kind of like a weird holiday, like it being one thing like about an
Its
execution.
origin story doesn't.
Let's
really
just say,
match.
for the sake of this podcast topic, it's about an execution. Okay, we're just gonna go all up here and say it's an execution.
They're taking the
The
execution.
FEMA camps are getting out of hand. I'm just gonna say it right now that the water's turning the frogs gay, and there's no hope. Joe Biden has been awake this whole time.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what. They've got these things that they're putting up, and they're taking the people. And Valentines are celebrating. They're getting their flowers. They're getting everything. They're going to the florist. They're getting it, but they're coming in a day late. And I'll tell you who they're giving it to them. They're giving it to the people coming across the border.
We never really asked true questions. Where are these flowers come from? Where are the chocolates come from? And in America.
All I gotta say is Valentine's is a great idea of capitalism. It's us flourishing in our finest. But I want to get into the real subject here because all holidays are made up.
That's a good Nixon impression.
That reminds me of Star Wars. Episode 1 where he goes, it's like, hi, what's your name? You know what
Yes. All right.
okay, no, but seriously, guys. A lot of holidays have like some sort of acting mechanism involved, or like some sort of belief behind a not really connected event. A great example is Christmas is
Jesus' birthday.
Jesus' birthday.
How did he answer that before you?
He's Catholic.
I'm kidding.
Merry Christmas, Jesus.
Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas, Jesus.
Merry Christmas,
Cheers.
Jesus.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to Jesus. But seriously, and then we celebrate by a fat guy in a red suit with magical reindeer somehow getting into my chimney, breaking into my house, and leaving me toys.
And he knows when you're sleeping.
So, if you could create a holiday, what would it be? When would it be?
And why?
What would it be
Why
about?
would it be?
And why would it be?
Alright.
So, what would it be about?
You wake up.
What day is it?
It's early fall. You wake up. Your parents are still sleeping. There's not a fire in the fireplace because it's not cold enough, but you slowly creep downstairs and you see this wooden frame sitting in the foyer, and you're excited. It's wrapped up. You see a few other gifts around, and you think of years. You think of all the years past and the anticipation for this day. Finally, you go and you excitedly knock on your parents' door and you get them up, and it's 6 a.m. And they come downstairs and you open it, and it's an empty painting. Okay, it's an empty painting. And you open up it's art supplies, and you pull out the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Okay,
Okay.
as is tradition.
This is a holiday?
And you finally fast forward it to the Goofy Goober song, and to where Patrick is wearing the heel high stilettos, and you know what I'm talking
I know.
about in the Goofy Goober song.
Yes.
And it's you get your paint supplies out, and it's Paint Patrick's Day.
Oh
so
my
you're,
gosh,
You're going
that's
full circle with
terrible.
the puns, bro. You're going all the way.
Paint Patrick's.
I cannot believe that's what he.
That's what you thought of
You could have
this whole
picked
time?
anything. You could have made anything up, and you went with a SpongeBob.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my holiday.
So why is it a holiday?
You
Yeah.
paint him.
But why do you paint?
You worship him.
So he's a religious holiday.
Well, all religions have holidays. That's the point. But like,
It's
is it
kinda
supposed to be like a
pagan, it's
worship
kinda
day?
What?
It's supposed to be like a worship day, or like?
Yeah,
what
well,
is
if you
this?
don't pray to him, he gets you.
Oh, it's like Krampus.
No,
No.
this one's more dark.
But you made it sound very nice.
It's more like a
Okay. Well, when is this holiday? Like
It's
what?
an early
early
fall.
fall. Yeah.
Give me a day. Is it a week long? Is it like Hanukkah? Is it like 9 days? Is it 1 day? Is it 2 days? Is it 3 days?
Well, it's celebrated over a period of 9 days. The first day you open up all of your art supplies, and then there's several different like homages that you do. But one of them is like assembling the Krabby Patty. Like on day one, you get the bun, the bottom bun, you put the patty, and at the end, it's kind of cold, but you like prepare this meal and you eat it in his name. And after you do a few of the songs, like the Goofy Goober song, the Campfire song, some other wonderful SpongeBob songs. You eat a part of the Krabby Patty, which is a part of his body, and there's also like different groups of people that believe like, okay, when you eat the patty, like it actually turns into his body, or it's more of like a metaphorical thing.
This is a lot.
This is a lot. You need to break this down in the next 5 seconds.
Well, okay, you're asking me to break down the lore of this
3,
holiday.
2.
Okay, well you obviously blaspheme his name.
Trent, I have a better one.
Thank you, Ferris, for having a better one. Let's hear it.
Holiday is on April 2nd. It's National Apology Day.
That's a good
It's
one.
the day after April Fool's, and the day it's called Apology Day because you bury the hatchet that you unearthed the day before. It's also a day where you can call people you haven't called in years because of grudges you've held, and just totally fix that.
Well, that's a good idea,
That's
Ferris.
that's
That's like
actually, like, a
actually
good
a
one.
really good
Yeah.
idea.
I got one.
Wait. That's coming up in like 2 months. We should make that a thing.
I will personally.
We should do it. We should call people. It's just like,
Oh, dude, on April 2nd, let's just call a bunch of people and apologize.
We can make this a holiday. We
And
just
then-
have to like spread the
Oh
fire.
my God, wait, this is a great
and
idea.
then
And on April 1st, we'll go fuck with a bunch of people and we'll call those people back.
Yeah.
and then in early October we can paint pictures of Patrick.
No,
Stop.
dude.
That's not
You need to call for an apology on that.
Yeah,
Who would I call?
Us.
Call us.
Everyone who listens to this
Listen,
podcast.
if we replace you next week, you need to give us a phone call and apologize.
Yeah.
It's next week, April 2nd.
It can't be for you. It was so bad. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think of a good one, even though I proposed the question. I was hoping I had enough time to stall. If I had to think of a holiday, I kind of like breaking down to things. So we got to have a capitalist aspect. I can't speak today, dude.
It's okay.
Attack on Titan comes out in like 5 minutes, and I just don't know how to talk right now.
What are we doing here?
There's a voice telling me don't speak, but the memes are great. I would say probably National Travel Day, because I feel like a lot of people don't get out of their shell. I think that's
That's a good day.
it's a good little idea I had there.
Imagine
so
the traffic
the
on that
day, oh dude, it'd be awful. But I think the idea behind it is you get like maybe a Friday or a Monday off, and that gives you like an incentive to go somewhere and do something.
Isn't that like Labor Day? That is
Yeah,
what Labor Day
low-key.
is.
No, I did not just recreate. Labor
Yes,
Day.
that is Labor Day.
Is that really what Labor Day's for?
Just trying to make more money.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you just gonna wear khakis.
I had such a good idea. It's so original.
Okay.
I hate you so much. I hate you.
It's like a day where we eat a lot of food and you get family members.
That's
all
not
the
bad.
same-
Wait, that's
That's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
How about how
Try again.
about one day?
Where you don't travel and you
How
have
about
to say
how about
no.
a day? Where, how
And it's
about
enforced by law.
Yeah.
If you leave your house, bad
get
news.
shot.
That's the
where
purge.
that's where they train the new
well,
police
they
officers.
come to your house too.
No, that's where they train the new police officers. Like, hey, man, their safeties are off on their guns.
National Police Officer Day.
Yeah, it's like hide.
The Purge. I like that holiday.
I didn't want to say I thought of that too, but it just
It's a
didn't really
terrible
fit.
idea.
Well, let me think of another one that could work. I'm feeling like you gotta buy something, so we need to pick something that's really out there. And I was thinking of elementary school and how they would always come up with these gimmicky things to get you to like buy or like sell people, so you can get these gifts.
Bye, people.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
said
whoa.
it.
I mean, you can't.
It's not National Police Officer Day, buddy. No, I was thinking like a yo-yo day, and like
Come on, Trent.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
you're gonna sit here and tell me you didn't have to Spin Master 2000 in
No,
third
no.
grade. You're gonna sit here and lie to me and say you didn't have one.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm pretty sure there is a yo-yo day.
What?
Well, there's a day for everything, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but like what we did was we came up with
Okay,
like,
I'm trying
new
to come up with
holidays.
I'm trying to come up with a thing and then develop the religion. I'm trying to go back.
Okay.
religion. Why does it have to be tied
What-
to religion?
what
Well,
is-
all holidays are based off of like some sort of.
Labor Day?
Yes, it's the idea that we don't work.
That's tied to religion.
Yes.
Yeah. Do not. No.
No, yeah.
It's a
Hold on.
it's a
I'm looking
government
this up.
holiday.
It's a
I'm
government
pulling it
holiday.
up. Yeah, the government's a religion, bro. You're just here and tell me the government's not a religion.
Okay, well now
They literally have a Declaration of Independence that's like speaking the core foundation of the country, and then you have
I got one.
the commandments, essentially the Bill of Rights.
Division of church and state ish.
Let me
Because they're different religions.
here, Trent. I'll give you one. A national like silence day where you're not allowed to talk.
I don't like that.
I want you to do that right now.
This podcast.
It's today.
It's today, right now. It
for
starts
people
at this
named
time.
Trent.
That's crazy. The same day as Valentine's Day.
The
Okay,
boys
here's a
don't
good
talk.
here's a good
Must not be a
holiday.
popular holiday.
It's National Euthanasia Day,
Oh
and
my God.
you
Take it easy, Aaron Yeager.
Youth and Asian.
yeah,
Labor
euthanasia. It's
Oh.
like they, all, if you come from a Asian minority, then
Oh.
you get to like enjoy the
Become
day.
youth.
Yeah.
Oh, hold
Youthful
on. Here we
again.
go. Here we go. According to theconversation.com,
Okay. Who are
we'll throw it up here too. Today, most people in the U.S. think Labor Day is a non-controversial holiday. There is no family drama like at Thanksgiving, no religious issues like at Christmas, more moderate trade union members. However, advocates for a September Labor Day of parades and picnics. I have to open it because it's a
Yeah,
lot more.
you're
So far,
digging
this-
for
this
a
isn't
problem.
this isn't back at me. It's a military holiday,
Okay. Our answer still stands.
essentially.
It's not religious.
Yeah.
Can we put Trent's a
How
loser
about-
on the screen?
Okay. Well,
Thank you, Trent.
it's hard. I mean, like, well, I'm trying to think. It's hard to think of a good holiday, man.
I mean, we
That's
came
alright.
up with ones that were pretty.
Yours sucked. His was actually pretty good.
Yeah, but I came up with one.
Ooh.
I tried coming up with a few, and you're like, those
I got it.
exist,
How about
buddy.
this? How about this? It's to celebrate
God.
women who've been pregnant, and it's called Labor Day. Look, I just came up with that
Isn't it
so quick.
Isn't that just a birthday?
No, because these are. This
Well,
is
yeah,
a
my
day-
child was born on
No.
this
This is
day.
for women who also
You
like
celebrate their
maybe
birth.
their child didn't come to term. It's like they didn't have a child. It's like it's their Labor Day.
Okay.
Look-
I got one.
But they didn't
Repl-
have.
it's- we have a
okay.
Father's Day and a Mother's Day. Why not like a siblings day?
I think that is.
the
Yeah, it's
thing.
just not. They don't. Siblings don't have any money, so it's like until they're older, and it's like I don't talk about
Left-handed day. People who are left-handed
I'm a
like,
lefty.
get celebrated.
I'm sure that's a thing.
That is a thing. Yeah, it actually is a thing.
All right.
But
Screw
I
you
do.
guys.
Speaking of,
I
people
like
with
the
left
idea of
hand.
traveling though. I wanna stick with travel.
Okay, well that just
How
seems like
about national?
Walk everywhere day.
I was thinking. Ooh, I kind of like that.
Bike and
National
walk every day.
Hitchhiking Day.
Oh, then if
You
everyone
have-
hitchhiked, no
Well,
one's
okay,
driving.
okay. No, when you say you're thinking modern day hitchhiking. I'm thinking like 1920s hobo stick.
here's the deal. If
Hop
you-
on the train.
If you
hitchhike.
if you
like
if you
everyone's
make,
gonna walk.
if you make a holiday where people aren't allowed to like travel, then it's not going to work out because people are going to want that day so that they can
I-
have a long weekend.
I bet Netflix has a holiday. They're getting one. They're working on it right now.
Netflix has a holiday.
National
National
Binge Day.
Netflix and Chill Day.
Netflix National Binge
They
Day.
kind of like leaned into that marketing a little bit.
If they had a National Binge Day, that'd be kind of fun. I would totally watch all
They
the
just
Lord
drop
of the
like
Rings.
3 things.
No, I would watch all of the Lord of the Rings
That's a
extended
good
editions,
holiday.
like
I would do
all
that.
back to back. Man, that'd be awesome.
Give myself a day to do that.
Oh, do you see they're making a TV show for Lord of the Rings right now? It looks apparently it looks great.
People are antsy though,
Why?
because it digs into unwritten lore.
What do you
And
mean?
lore.
Oh, like it's all being made up, kind of like
well, not really. It's
the
like
Book of Boba.
not really.
People are upset about that right now.
Well, people, I don't know. They're anticipating controversy. They think they're gonna try to make it like Game of Thronesy. So.
Well, Game of Thrones was like the most successful TV show of all time. I don't know why they wouldn't want to make it like Game of Thrones.
No, the last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones sucked because they
No, the last season sucked. The last
Last
3
2
seasons did not suck. Last I checked, season 6 was one of the best seasons of that show.
Nonetheless, they didn't have stuff to draw upon, so that's why it got bad because they didn't have a good.
No, it got
Right,
bad because the people that were doing it wanted to go make Star Wars movies, and they wanted,
Regardless, it sucked ass.
which those also the new Star Wars movies have sucked too.
Yeah. Regardless, people are afraid that it's gonna be like that.
Let Jon Favreau run Disney.
Agreed.
Agreed. Well, people were upset with Book of Boba. That's what I was trying to segue into earlier.
I'm
So
excited
Book
for
of Boba, just
So,
like
so
Obi-Wan.
we're not going to go into spoilers, so don't get afraid. Ryan has not seen the Book of Bobes.
But yeah, I think Book of Boba should be about how you make different types of boba tea.
You have Boba.
Boba tea.
Boba.
Do you know what Boba is?
Boba
It's
is
Boba
boba
these
tea.
nuts. Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
All right, done.
you
On
got
that
it.
note,
No, I mean, but anyway, I can talk to you about these things because it's not spoilers. So there's like this, the 2 big things, and I briefly mentioned them earlier to you, but Ferris, you weren't here for this. The 2 big things in Boba Fett that I think a lot of people were really upset with. And I have 3, one extra for me personally because I caught it and I have not seen anyone talk about it on TikTok, and I'm gonna make a TikTok. Probably like right after we finish this. Was the first one was this like Power Ranger Voltron looking group of like cyborg enhanced teenagers, and they're Boba's muscle.
They're the Power Rangers.
They're basically the Power Rangers, and they're like not that exciting, and they're not that cool, and everyone will be like, "Oh, this could be better." But like the thing that makes them suck so hard is their speed bikes are just so fucking slow. Like I gave you a little demonstration how slow it is. Like they do not like. I feel like I, as a 220-pound male, could run faster than
their
them
speed
on
bumps.
these little hover bikes. And then it's like, and everyone's like, "Oh, maybe
A
it's just like
bird scooter.
It,
could
dude,
travel
it was
faster.
traveling slower than a bird scooter,
Mm.
and that's when I was like, why would they? Maybe they're just trying to like go slow because it's like a town or something. And then you see Fennec Shan get on a speeder, and it just goes, "Meow." And I'm like, oh no, they just have shitty bikes.
No, it's like the bird scooters. You know, they like limit the speed. And
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah, it's like,
The technology's there,
but they modify
it,
their
you know.
bodies, and they can't get their bikes to go fast. That's so
right.
stupid.
Priorities.
The second thing that I thought bugged me, and it still involved Power Ranger person and like the red or blue bike, I don't remember which one because that's how much I cared, was they were doing this turn and it was kind of a sloppy pan for a camera operator, and it literally shows the set.
Oh.
You can see the
You gotta
wood.
show me this afterwards.
Oh, dude, it's so
You gotta
bad. We'll
show
put
me.
it right here. It's going on the green. It's not really a spoiler. I'm cutting to 4. It's not really a big spoiler. You'll
Oh,
probably-
that's terrible.
It's
How
right-
did they do
Oh,
that?
spoil.
Here, I'm moving the mic. Sorry about the
Oh.
audio team. Sorry about that. It's gonna be right there. on the
No
screen.
way.
It's so bad.
Absolutely crazy.
Unacceptable.
No, it's super bad. And y'all, I mean, they can't see it, but they y'all suck. But anyway, like you can literally see the set, and like that hasn't happened in a big budget thing like Star Wars since like Lord of the Rings, not Twin Towers.
It happened
Two
in Game of
Towers.
Thrones too.
The 2 towers. Yeah, it happened 2 towers where you can see the camera guy, in one of the big shots with the Riders of Rohan. But those were the 2 big ones that I've been hearing people blow up about. But like people have other problems with the Book of Boba that just, I think are dumb. But my personal problem, no one has talked about with the Book of Boba. I need my own camera for this. My problem with the Book of Boba, and I don't want to sound racist, it's the Sand People.
The blast points are way
No.
too accurate.
No, yes. Okay, so in the Star Wars, it backed me up in the comments here. In the Star Wars movies, the 4th movie.
Is that right?
Is that Arabic? I'm sorry, that was me. I love you, Ferris. I love you.
Thank you.
You're my best friend.
Hold my hand.
Sorry, Ryan. Sorry, everyone else. So in the Star Wars movies, in Book 4, Obi-Wan says, "These blast points are too accurate for Sand People." And there's like literal just tons of clips in the prequels that reference how bad Tusken Raiders are at shooting people.
Yeah.
They never land a hit except for in one scene, and it was the pod races. They shot something,
Yeah.
and I don't even think it was that.
They had the high ground.
Yeah, and they hit someone insignificant, so they were allowed to hit them.
Plot armor.
Yeah, the guy had no plot armor, so they were able to hit. But like in Book of Boba, these guys can snipe. Like they are accurate. Like literally, you see this thing like hopping away, and they just pull the rifle up, one tap, it's dead. It wasn't like they didn't even like think about shooting.
Unbelievable. How could they do this?
I mean, like, well, like I as a Star Wars fan, it's just like
How can the Arabs
no one
win?
talked about it. And it's just the easiest joke because it's such a quotable line. Like these blast points are too accurate for Sand People, and then it's like you look at the data, right? And it's literally
You make a TikTok about this too?
what this I might make this the TikTok. Listen, all I have to say is I'm gonna put the clips. I'm putting them on the green. Go to the green. Look at this. You will see these animals just domed.
Bang. Oh, did you see that?
These
Oh,
guys-
wow.
That,
Whoa.
That looked like it
Hey,
hurt.
crazy.
that's FaZe Tusken right there.
Wait,
Blasting them.
why does he have big tits?
He needs Then he put some Valve anti-cheat on that.
Bro, let's get Ricochet on that, honest to God. But literally, I was just so triggered by that because literally, it doesn't happen one time. It doesn't happen 2 times. It happens 3 times. And there's literally, I think, a shot. I think I'm making this up in my head now, but I definitely remember seeing a shot where Boba Fett misses,
and they
and then a
hit.
Tusken Raider hits it.
And God forbid the Arabs win.
No, that's not what that means. But
They should never
Um,
win.
but I mean, it's just like I was just so triggered by it because I was like,
You got
John Favreau's done such a beautiful job with the Star Wars franchise,
Mm.
and people just kind of got a little.
Well, give us a chance to watch the show, and then maybe we
Yeah.
can talk about it.
Hey, overall, I still love it. I think it's great. I think Book of Boba Fett was really good. They really did. Like, if you watch any of the Favreau stuff, like Clone Wars, Rebels,
It's up there with them.
it's good. It draws on all that.
Mm.
Bad Batch.
It draws on it. Like,
Yeah,
physically.
yeah. Well, whatever. But that's my Star Wars catty corner. So, because I love Star Wars and it's Valentine's Day. It's full circle, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really lonely.
We forgive you for inviting us.
Well, I took my girlfriend to the airport today.
Now you're just on
Well,
that-
it's a sad day.
yeah,
Mm.
that decline.
Mm.
What
here for you.
decline?
It's okay.
Yeah, but I got my boys. Got my drink. Let's send it on a cheers, boys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Here's to a first grade episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck those Tuscans.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you all for tuning in for the first episode of Oops, aka the Out of Order podcast show. Be sure to turn. Why are y'all laughing? Shut up.
So cringy. Oops.
Oops.
Also known as O3 or ozone for you
Wow.
chemistry people.
Who made that? That's too beautiful.
I actually made that.
Oh, I hate it.
Sucks, stupid.
I'll put this up here.
But thank you all for tuning in for the podcast. Hope you enjoyed this first episode. I'm not gonna do these pleasantries. I just want to do it because it's the first one. I felt it was special. So, thank you all for showing up, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.
Bye, guys. I love you.
What?